Firstly, again, welcome to the School of NBC and NSSP. Today we will discuss the most important role. That is the role of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, the role of Mahatma Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose in the freedom struggle. The freedom struggle. Okay. The role of Mahatma Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose. Two greatest men of India. Like Bizu, right? Like our freedom fighter, Mr. Bizu. You can take the example of Mumbai, no? Okay, so this is the two greatest men. We have so many, but the world accepted Mahatma Gandhi as the father of the nation, as well as he's the man who brought independence to India under his leadership. Subhash Chandra Bose is also not to be excluded. Too important. The two greatest sons of the soil India has produced. But the way is different, right? See, we all want freedom, but freedom can be achieved from different ways. So, approach was different. That's the reason they work opposite, but the goal was same. Okay. They are not rivals, but they are competitors. Their main job is to get independent, yes, and for that reason, we got independent in the year 1947. So, see, what the NBC is meant to focus here is that these days, the question of the NBC is based on the personal life. Even the personal life is asked. Not only their contribution to the freedom movement, we have to know the personal life of these two men. So we will write a short notes on the role of Mahatma Gandhi first, right? The personal life of Mahatma Gandhi. After that, we will end up with the Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose. So today's topic is very much important. You can expect 7 to 8 questions directly from this topic, two topics today, Mahatma and Subhash. There will be no Indian movement without these two persons, right? Mahatma Gandhi. See, before I give you the notes, see, before I give you the notes, remember, Mahatma Gandhi, we all know, he is known as the father of the nation, right? We say father of the nation, father of the nation. But it was the first man, July 6, 1944. The first person to call Mahatma Gandhi as the father of the nation is Subhash Chandra Bose. Too important, okay? It was Subhash Chandra Bose who called Mahatma Gandhi as father of the nation for the first time in India. The first man from India to call Mahatma Gandhi as the father of the nation is Subhash Chandra Bose. July 6, 1944. July 6, 1944. July 6, 1944. Now, we will see the other person, we will see the other name. Please write down. Mahatma Gandhi was born on 2nd October. 2nd October, 1869 at a place called Porbandar in present-day Gujarat. 2nd October. And 2nd October is celebrated as International Day of Non-Violence. This was asked in 2022 prelims. Okay. 2nd October is celebrated as International Day for Non-Violence by the UN, United Nations. Since Mahatma Gandhi is a man who brought independence by non-violence, all over the world it was accepted. So it was the UN which declared that the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi will be celebrated as International Day of Non-Violence. 2nd October 1869 at a place called Porbandar in present-day Gujarat. He was born. And we all know 31st January 1948. Nathuram Godse. Unfortunately, the greatest man, the father of the nation, was killed on 31st January 1948 by Nathuram Godse, a lady. She was shot dead, right, by a lady known as Nathuram Godse on 31st January 1948. Unfortunately, he brought independence. But what to do? Like Charlie Kirk? Yes, we all know now a famous American was killed like that. He was killed on 31st January 1948. So this is just about where he was born and where he passed away. Alright, so now we will see his personal life again. He wrote two important books, Hind Swaraj, My Experiment with Truth. And these are the two important books written by him. Okay, Hind Swaraj, My Experiment with Truth are the two important books written by him. And he was not only a freedom fighter, he published a journal, Indian Opinion. Okay, Indian Opinion, Young India, Horizons. Indian Opinion, Young India, Horizons. Alright. So, see, Indian Opinion, Young India, Horizons are the three journals started by him. One more. This was the journal which was started by him outside the country. 1904, that was a place called South Africa. Okay, Indian Opinion is the journal, newspaper, which was started by, yes, come in, Mahatma Gandhi in South Africa. So this is the journal which was started by him. Indian Opinion, Young India, Horizons. Alright. So this is too important. The other is the book, okay? The other is the literary book. Hind Swaraj, My Experiment with Truth are the two books written by him. Now, you see, we all know, so Mahatma Gandhi was a lawyer by profession. Okay, what was his role? He studied law. So he was a lawyer by professions. So, see, he never joined the freedom movement directly. Okay, he never joined the movement directly. What has happened is that for the first time, he did an experiment. Okay, 1893 is too important. 1893, he went to South Africa. And on 9th January 1915, he returned to India. Alright. In the year 1893, he went to South Africa, and on 9th January 1915, he returned to India. So why did he went to South Africa? Why have Mahatma Gandhi went to South Africa? Okay, that is too important now. Our topic, our point here is, why have we went to South Africa suddenly in the year 1893? Because of one reason. Dada Abdullah, his clan, his family was having a case in South Africa. Alright, his clan, Dada Abdullah, has a case in South Africa. He wants to solve the case. Someone has to speak for him in South Africa, right? For that reason, he went to South Africa. Too important. His clan, Dada Abdullah, has a case in South Africa. To settle the case, he went to South Africa in the year 1893. And he came back to India on 9 January 1915. So now, something is going to happen in South Africa. The experience which he got in South Africa. Mahatma Gandhi, for the first time, started a civil disobedience movement to disobey the government in South Africa in the year 1906. 1906, against the passing of Asiatic Ordinance. So now I'm going to explain today what is Asiatic Ordinance. Asiatic Ordinance is a law passed in South Africa, okay, by the South African government. Asiatic Ordinance is a law which was passed by the South Africa. Under this law, any Indians, Southeast Asian people, every Southeast Asian people, South Asian people, the Asian people have to carry a registration card, just like IOP. Yes, we demand IOP from the outsiders, right? So they demand IOP, just like the Asiatic Ordinance was just a registration card immigration, right? Just like a citizenship. So Mahatma Gandhi considered this as an insult. Why should we carry registration card? For this reason, Mahatma Gandhi started the first civil disobedience movement against the passing of the Asiatic Ordinance. Okay, in the year 1906 in South Africa. South Africa. This was the first civil disobedience movement. No! Why should the Asian carry the Asiatic Ordinance? No, it's an insult. We are here for business, we are here to work. Why should we carry registration card, citizenship card, right? So it was the first civil disobedience movement started by Mahatma Gandhi, and it was a successful one. He was again thrown out of the train, right? See, you see the movie? Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of the train, first class train, because the people of the South Africans, foreigners, feel like he's a third class. So, but he was like that, okay? He was like that. Next is Mahatma Gandhi went to the jail for the first time. 1908 is the first year when Mahatma Gandhi go to the jail for the first time. When in Johannesburg, the authorities asked him to leave Transvaal, okay, you leave. And he was kept in this area, Transvaal. 1908 is too important. In the year 1908, Mahatma Gandhi faced his first jail term in Johannesburg when he failed to register or leave Transvaal. See, listen, he was asked, you produce the registration card. Let's go, Transvaal in South Africa. But I said no. Why should I show you registration card? Or why should I leave? So he was chased out. You leave. You go home. Since you do not have a registration card, you go home. But he said he resisted. For that reason, he was kept in this jail. Johannesburg. Johannesburg is the place where he was kept. Okay, it's in South Africa. And where he was arrested? Transvaal. Transvaal is also an area in South Africa. This is the place where he was arrested because he said, I will not show registration card. Why should I show registration card? So for this reason, he was arrested for the first time. And this was the discrimination which was practiced against the Asian people. And he has won the first civil disobedience movement in South. So after this, he will return to India on 9 January 1950. 9 January 1950 is the day when he will return to India. test, right? This Saturday we're going to have a test. It will be an easy one. Yeah, easy in the sense that whatever you have done, that is the only thing which is going to come. All right, 70%. 70% whatever you have done, that is the only thing you're going to see. So everyone, okay, we expect every one of you to be a full exam this time. All right, just a test, but this is going to decide your future. NSSP is coming up, next year CTS is coming up, UPC is coming up. Yes, so many exams is coming up. So this will be your foundation. This will be your foundations. Okay, 904, too important for next round. In the year 1904, he founded the Phoenix Fund. Okay, we all know you are fighting for independence, but you need sustenance, right? So handicraft, weaving, handloom were teach in this farm, which was started in 1904. Phoenix Fund was started by him to teach the freedom fighters the way of life. Handloom, handicraft, weaving, right? It's called the teach in this farm. In the year 1904, he started. Same thing, the Ghostly farm is the same. He started the Ghostly farm in the year 1910 to teach the Sajakara how to sustain himself. For just like to sustain your life, right? You should learn something. So some experiment was given. You can go for farming, handloom, handicraft, everything you can do. So these are the two things he has done in South Africa. These are the two things he has done. One more. Mahatma Gandhi was given a very important award known as Kashiraya. Mahatma Gandhi was given the award Kashiraya by the British. See, you see what is that? The Boer War, 1950, a war occurred in Africa, in England, against England, and the English were fighting against and came up in England, English people. That's the reason he was given an award of us, Kashiraya, for helping the British in the Boer War. Alright? So, to important, Kashiraya is the very important medal award he was given by the British because he supported the British during the Boer War. And after all this experiment, he came back to India in the year 1950. And he never participated in the freedom movement directly. So that is what they have done. ABC can ask the question in this way. Where have you seen Mahatma Gandhi? Where have Mahatma Gandhi seen for the first time in India after he returned from South Africa? Okay. You might expect a question. Where was Mahatma Gandhi found for the first time when he returned from South Africa? So that is in the opening of the Banaras University, 1916, in the month of February 1916. During the opening of the Banaras University, he was found for the first time. Okay, Feb 1916. Feb 1916. He was seen in the public for the first time in the opening of the Banaras University. And for the first time, Mahatma Gandhi attended the INC season, the Lucknow season, December Lucknow season, too important. When did Mahatma Gandhi first attended the Indian National Congress season? Lucknow season of 1916. December, the month is important. Because Feb was the opening of the Banaras University. Second, he was seen first in the INC season of 1916. Feb 1916. Feb 1916. Feb 1916. So, Indian National Congress system was seen for the first time in which year? 1916. Lucknow season of 1916. See, this is very important. His headquarters, okay, the headquarters of the Mahatma Gandhi, Sabarmati Ashram. Sabarmati Ashram is the headquarters of the just the freedom fighters, which was started by Mahatma Gandhi. So Sabarmati Ashram was set up in the city of Gujarat in the year 25th May 1950. His headquarters, Sabarmati Ashram, the headquarters of the Satyagraha, the freedom fighters. Mahatma Gandhi set up the Sabarmati Ashram on 25th May 1950 in the city of Gujarat, and the area is known as Sabarmati Ashram. Sabarmati Ashram, 25th May. It is like this. Sabarmati Ashram was set up in Ahmedabad. Okay, in the year 25th May 1915. But later the headquarters was shifted to Sabarmati. Later the headquarters was shifted to Sabarmati on 17 June 1917. This can be asked again. Sabarmati Ashram is the headquarters of the Indian freedom fighters, the Satyagrahas. However, first it was set up in Ahmedabad, right, on 25th May 1915. But on 17 June 1917, it was shifted to Sabarmati. But all are in Gujarat. Okay, all are in Gujarat. Only the headquarters was shifted. First, it set up in Ahmedabad, but second, it went to Sabarmati Ashram. Sabarmati. They are all in Gujarat. Now, I will discuss his role in India. Okay, now the freedom role in India. What was his role? The role of Mahatma Gandhi in the freedom struggle. So now let's see. Jambaran Sajjad. Champaran Satyagraha is the first civil disobedience movement started by Mahatma Gandhi in India. Okay. Champaran Satyagraha is the first civil disobedience movement started by Mahatma Gandhi in India. Let's see the situation. What is Champaran Satyagraha? Satyagraha is a person who is fighting for independence through non-violence. Never use force. Okay. Never ever use force. Satyagraha means a person who is fighting for independence but through non-violence, through education, through writing a newspaper, right? Or go for demonstration, but no force is going to be used. Champaran is a very important place in present day Bihar. Something happened. Indigo. Indigo is a plant. Indigo is a plant. Okay. The farmers in Bihar were cultivating indigos. Okay. Known as the Dingadia system. Same thing. Dingadia system or the indigo. Same. Okay. Indigo or the Dingadia system are same. So what happened is that in the year 1917 something happened. The farmers of Champaran were forced to grow indigo and sell to the British at a price fixed by the British. Sometimes they will not pay the money. So it was very insult. Indigo was cultivated by the farmers of Champaran, but they had to sell the indigos at a price fixed by the British. Sometimes the British would not pay. So it was a great insult. Right? It was such a forced labor, like a slavery. So Mahatma Gandhi was invited by Rajkumar Shukla, a farmer, a friend of Mahatma Gandhi. Rajkumar Shukla, a farmer, invited Mahatma Gandhi. You come, take the movement. So Mahatma Gandhi came immediately to the Champaran in the year 1917. He was forced by the British. The British forced him, you have to go. But no, he started the first movement. So Champaran Satyagraha is the first civil disobedience movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi to abolish the Dingadia system or the indigo system. So it was abolished. And Mahatma Gandhi has won the first civil disobedience movement in India. This is the first civil disobedience movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi in India in the year 1917. That's all. In South Africa, it was against the passing of Asiatic ordinance. Same thing. So this is the first thing you have to remember. This is the first thing. And it was a successful one. Who invited? Rajkumar Shukla. Any doubts so far? The Dingadia system. March 1918, the first hunger strike launched under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. March 1918, Ahmedabad hunger strike. Ahmedabad hunger strike is the first hunger strike launched under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Why? Now I will give you the reason. It is like this. Black means just like COVID-19, okay? Just like COVID-19, and this was going on in the city of Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So what happened is that the workers asked the owner, okay, increase our salary, since we're having a hard time. Right? Take the example, the mill owners of Ahmedabad. See, Ahmedabad hunger strike means it's the mill owners. They are operating a machines, okay? The daily workers were employed there, so they asked the manager, the owner, please increase the salaries. Since we're having a hard time, I bet this is going on the block. Might be just like Corona, COVID-19, might be a testing rate. Yes. So might be some fake diseases spreading out there. So please increase our salary. But the mill owner said, no, I can increase your salary only by 20%. So at the end of the day, the owners increased the salary of the workers by 35% at the end of the day. So it was a successful one. Okay, after March they paid 50-20, let's increase it to 35%. So after March they paid, Mahatma Gandhi has won the first Congress spread. 35% the salary was increased. Okay, so this is the first Congress spread. Khidja Satyagraha was launched same in the year 1918. Now let's see what is this Satyagraha. It is like this. Actually, there is a drought going on, right? Water wasn't available, so the farmers were unable to produce more from the field. So the farmers asked the Britishers to reduce our tax. Since we are unable to produce, right? Reduce our taxes. But instead of reducing, the Britishers increase the taxes and they seize the property of the farmers. If you are able to pay, we will seize your property. So it was a very insult. Okay. So again, Mahatma Gandhi was invited. What has happened in Satyagraha? Because Satyagraha is in Gujarat again. What has happened? Drought happened. Right. What is available? Farmers are able to produce more. Yes. For that reason, the farmers asked the Britishers, please reduce our taxes, since we're having a hard time. But the Britishers never listened. Instead, they increased the tax. And if you are unable to pay, the property of the farmers were seized. For that reason, Mahatma Gandhi intervened. Okay, again. But remember, in the bracket you can write down, Mahatma Gandhi was only the spiritual leader in the Khidja Satyagraha. The main person who did was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the first Home Minister of India, the Iron Man. It was the Iron Man who led the movement, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Sardar, the leader. Sardar was the title given to Vallabhbhai Patel by the farmers of Khidja. Please write down. This was asked in this. Who gave the title Sardar? The peasants, the farmers. The peasants or the farmers of the Khidja farmers give this title. Okay, the farmers has given him during this movement because he did the movement. But the real leader was who? Yes, here. Who was the real leader? Yes, here. Who was the real leader? He was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. But the spiritual leader was only Mahatma Gandhi. So this is the one basic thing you have to remember from the NBC point of view. From the NBC point of view. From the NBC point of view. The first All India movement, or the first All India political movement, launched by Mahatma Gandhi was on 6 April 1919. Okay. The first All India political movement, or he assumed the national leadership against the passing of Rural Act. For the first time, on 6 April 1919, Mahatma Gandhi launched the first All India political movement, assumed the leadership at the highest level for the first time against the passing of Rural Act. So I will explain what is Rural Act now. Rural Act was an act which was passed by the British on March 1919. Rural Act, known as the Black Act. You can write down in the bracket. Rural Act is also known as the Black Act. What is this? Under this act, any Indians can be arrested anytime, and he can be deported out outside India, and he became in jail for 2 years without any trial. It was a big insult to Indians. We all know the freedom movement is going on, right? Just on the basis of suspect, you're going to be arrested, and you will be in jail for 2 years without trial, without over trial, and you can chase out of India. You can be deported out of India. So it was a great insult to Indians. Rural Act is the worst act for Indians because this is an act which is passed by the British. It can arrest Indians, and he or she can be kept in jail for 2 years without any trial. And you can even be chased out of India for it. So it was a great insult. So on 6 April 1919, Mahatma Gandhi launched the first All India political movement against the passing of this act. And it was a very good act, but it was cancelled. Okay, it was cancelled after this. So this was the first All India political movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi in India against the passing of the Rural Act. In the bracket write down Black Act. You can get 2 marks today. First, they can ask, when did Mahatma Gandhi assume the leadership politically for the first time? All India political movement against the passing of Rural Act. Rural Act is also known as Black Act, which was passed in the year 1919. Three questions you can expect. 3 questions. Non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement. Khilafat movement, 1919. Okay. Non-cooperation movement on 1st August 1920. Mahatma Gandhi launched the non-cooperation movement on 1st August 1920. But for what reason? To get independence from British. Only one reason. Mahatma Gandhi launched the non-cooperation movement to get independence from British on 1st August 1920. So now let's see. Why this movement was started. Why this movement was started to get independence from British. But unfortunately, what has happened? He launched on 1st August 1920, but he stopped the movement. MPC will ask you, why did Mahatma Gandhi stop the non-cooperation movement when it was in the full swing? In the halfway, he stopped the movement. Why? Because of a reason. Chowri Chowra incident. Chowri Chowra incident on 5th Feb 1922. Something happened. Chowri Chowra is a very important place in present day Uttar Pradesh. You can write down. Okay. His followers has burned down the police station and killed 22 policemen. Mahatma Gandhi says that all my movement is going to be non-violent. His followers has burned down a police station and killed 22 policemen. For that reason, on 5th Feb, this accident happened. For that reason, on 12th Feb 1922, he stopped the movement. On 12th Feb 1922, he stopped the movement. Why did he stop the movement? Because of the coverage of the accident. He got the conclusion that my people have not understood the meaning of the non-violence. Yes, all my movement is going to be non-violent. But unfortunately, people have not understood. For that reason, he has suspended the movement. Too important. Because of the coverage is non-cooperation movement is what? Non-cooperation movement is you will not cooperate with the government. You will resign from government job. You will not be a doctor, engineer, professor. Okay. You will use only Indian product. Non-cooperation is you will not use any British product. You will not join. If you are engineer in the British government, resign. Okay. You have to resign. That is all about non-cooperation movement. But here, taxes was never included. One more thing to remember. Taxes was never included. You will still pay taxes to the British. Mahatma Gandhi never asked his follower to not pay taxes in this movement. Okay. Still now, you have to pay taxes to the British. This was the only located case. Taxes was never included. You will still pay taxes. Apart from you resign. No attachment to the British government, but still you will pay taxes. One more. In this movement, Mahatma Gandhi says that we will get independent if the Muslim and Hindus are united. This was the only movement where all the Hindus and the Muslims were united. No unification was found in this movement. What movement? Non-cooperation movement. Now, non-cooperation movement is also associated with a movement known as Khilafat movement. What is this Khilafat movement? See, what is this Khilafat movement? Khilafat movement is a Muslim movement which occurred in 1990. What is Khilafat movement? If you see what is Khilafat is the spiritual head of the Muslim, just like Jesus Christ. Yes, our Christians will be our head is known as Jesus Christ, right? Just like for them also Khilafat. Khilafat is the spiritual head. But what the British told? The Britishers have announced that after the end of the First World War, Khilafat will not be regarded as the spiritual head of the Muslim. It was a threat itself to the Muslim. The Britishers have announced that after the end of the First World War, Khilafat is never going to be accepted as the spiritual head of the Muslim. So the Muslims started the Khilafat movement against this. It's an insult. So Khilafat movement merged with the non-cooperation movement. Which movement merged with the non-cooperation movement? It was Khilafat. That's all. Okay. So Khilafat movement 1992 Muslim movement. It's a Muslim movement. 1992. Civil disobedience movement, 1930. Okay, civil disobedience movement, 1930. The second is the civil disobedience movement. This is the biggest movement I can compare with the non-cooperation movement. Here you will not pay taxes. Now this is complete movement. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi has taken this movement very seriously. One of the biggest movement, in fact, the biggest, which was launched under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. So let's see this movement. It is like this. On 12 March 1930, Mahatma Gandhi started the civil disobedience movement from a place called Sabarmati Ashram. From Sabarmati Ashram, he walked barefoot to Dandi, where the salt was manufactured, along with 78 followers. 240 miles, 385 kilometers, 385 kilometers. He has traveled along with 78 followers. Often asked in this. Okay, how many followers? 76, 78, 80, 78 followers. Okay? So, for what reason? To break the Salt law. Salt was chosen as a symbol of the civil disobedience movement. To be born. Salt was chosen as a symbol of the civil disobedience movement. But for what reason? Salt is the cheapest product, right? Even though it is just 10 rupees. You get big salt, right? 1 kg of salt will go for 10 rupees now. So, but it's just like that. Even those days, in the year 1930, salt is the cheapest product. But even that, the British will pay the most taxes. Even the salt was not exempted from taxes. Even the salt was not exempted from taxes. For that reason, salt was used as a symbol. So he break the salt. Sabarmati Ashram, he started and he reached Dandi on 6 April. 12 March he started, right? On 6 April he reached. So called the date and the followers, 78 followers, 240 miles, which is equivalent to 385 kilometers. That's all. And all are located in this day. Dandi is the place where the salt was manufactured, right? So it's all. That's all. And now you will not pay taxes. Everything you resign from government job, you disobey the government, you don't have to pay taxes, everything you resign now from government job. Right? Now we will get independent. It was a very big movement. So what has happened? The Governor General of India. Lord Irwin, right? The Governor General of India, Lord Irwin, asked Mahatma Gandhi, you stop the movement. We will have a discussion. So for first and again, Mahatma Gandhi suspended the civil disobedience movement on 5th March 1932. Please write down. On 5th March 1931, the civil disobedience movement was suspended because Lord Irwin asked Mahatma Gandhi, let's have a discussion. So he said, okay, if you say yes, we will have a discussion. On 5th March 1931, Gandhi Irwin Bag was signed. Irwin is the Governor General of India during this time. Okay, when the civil disobedience movement occurred, or he was the Governor General when the civil disobedience movement appeared in India, launched in India. 5th March 1931, Gandhi Irwin Bag was signed. So what is this agreement? Under this agreement, Mahatma Gandhi will suspend the civil disobedience movement, and he will attend the Round Table Conference in London, in the city of London. Okay, in the city of London. Under this agreement, Mahatma Gandhi will suspend the non-cooperation civil disobedience movement, and he will attend the meetings which is going to be held in the city of London. No confusion. Secondly, the Britishers will release all the political prisoners who were arrested in this movement. We all know, once you break the law, you are not arrested. So whoever has been arrested, the land has been captured, that land, all the people is going to be released under this agreement. Under the Gandhi Irwin Bag, Mahatma Gandhi will suspend the movement. He So also release all the prisoners, political prisoners who are arrested. Yes. After that, so just like we have discussions, all the language was captured in the civil disorder movement by the British will also be given over to the Indians. So this was the agreement. 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 On 1st January 1932, Mahatma Gandhi started the second phase of the civil disobedience movement because he got nothing in London. He demanded independence. Just one thing. Mahatma Gandhi demanded independence in London when having a roundtable conference, right? But no. The British, as of now, will never give you independence. For that reason, he returned to India without nothing, and on 1st January 1932, he started the second phase of the civil disobedience movement. So this was the movement. Here is some important person you have to recognize, okay? Here, some important person you have to recognize in this book. So to important, when did Mahatma Gandhi started the civil disobedience movement? Second phase, 1st January 1932. Because he got nothing. He demanded independence. But that is never going to be given to the Indians as of now. That is the only thing. That is the only thing. So now let's see. Some of the leaders of this movement. From Pakistan, okay? Actually, it is Pakistan. Pakistan was known as Northwest Frontier Province, yeah, NWFP before. So, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. From Pakistan or from the Northwest Frontier Province, the movement was led by Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, who is also known as Hujia Khidmatgar or Frontier Gandhi. Okay, this is the name of the last in BSc. Hujia Khidmatgar means servant of God. Nickname of this person. He's a servant of God. This person, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, is known as the Hujia Khidmatgar, which means servant of God. Second, also known as the Frontier Gandhi. Also known as the Frontier Gandhi. When I say Frontier Gandhi, extreme supporter of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, what is the meaning of Frontier Gandhi? Extreme follower. I truly admire Mahatma Gandhi. That is what Frontier Gandhi. So he has two nicknames. Hujia Khidmatgar, Frontier Gandhi, and he responded to the call of Mahatma Gandhi. The civil disobedience movement, and he is from Northwest Frontier Province. And one lady from Nagas, even the one Nagas. Kaitinlo. We will discuss this in Nagaland, but see, Rani Kaitinlo. And Naga lady also responded. Famous Naga lady from Ziliang tribe, too important, Rani Kaitinlo. Rani means queen, okay? Rani is a title given to this lady by Jawaharlal Nehru, not Mahatma Gandhi. People will confuse it was given by Mahatma Gandhi, but no, it was given by Jawaharlal Nehru. Rani. Okay, so this is the person, Kaitinlo, is the lady from the Ziliang tribe who participated to the goal of Mahatma Gandhi in the civil disobedience. Naga lady is going to be us. Okay, it's too important. Darasana Sal Depot means it is the place where the sal is manufactured. So I will discuss that later, but see, who was the first leader of the civil disobedience movement? Mahatma Gandhi. The civil disobedience movement was led by Mahatma Gandhi. But the second leader is important. Second is Abbas Tayyab. Third is Sarojini Naidu. Okay, it's so important. They will never ask the first one. First we all know, obviously it's Mahatma Gandhi. Second, Abbas Tayyab. Third, Sarojini Naidu. That means if Mahatma Gandhi is arrested, second, he will lead. Third, he will lead. Right, so this is the one. Abbas Tayyab. Sarojini Naidu. So please write it down. Darasana Sal Satyagraha was launched on 7 May 1930 by this person. Darasana Sal Satyagraha. Darasana Sal Satyagraha. Darasana Sal Satyagraha was launched by Abbas Tayyab on 7 May 1930. Too important. Darasana Sal Satyagraha was launched by Abbas Tayyab on 7 May 1930. And Darasana Sal Depot was raided by Sarojini Naidu on 21st May 1930. This is the place where the sal is manufactured. So this was captured. This area was captured by Sarojini Naidu on 21st May 1930. 21st May 1930. This is going to be asked from the APC point of view. This is going to be asked from the APC point of view. This is going to be asked from the APC point of view. This is going to be asked from the APC point of view. So this is a very important one. This is a very important one. So here you can expect so many questions. So many persons, but this is the most important person. Where APC can ask you. So the next movement is the individual satyagraha. Individual satyagraha. Okay, individual satyagraha was launched by Mahatma Gandhi on 17 October 1940. So let's see what is individual satyagraha. We all know the Second World War started in the year 1939. Okay, the Second World War started in the year 1939. So see, it's like this. We are under the British, right? We are living under the British. So it's like this. Without consulting the Indians, the British had declared that India is also fighting the Second World War. So it was a great insult to Indians because Indians, we all know, are lover of peace and democracy, right? We will never go to war. But without consulting the Indians, the British have declared that India is also fighting the Second World War. So, in protest against declaring war, Mahatma Gandhi launched individual satyagraha. Individual satyagraha is a non-violent, only symbolic movement, doing more. Only symbolic movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi in India. Non-violent, okay? It was a peaceful, just a peaceful, no violence is going to be used. It is the only individual satyagraha. Only non-violent, peaceful, only symbolic movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi in India. No disturbance, no violence was used. Okay? And who was the first leader? Who was the first individual satyagraha? Acharya Vinoba. Acharya Vinoba is the first individual satyagraha. Second, Jawaharlal Nehru, the first prime minister. Second individual satyagraha was Jawaharlal Nehru. Third, Brahma. Fourth, Abdul Kalam Azad. And you know who is Abdul Kalam Azad? The youngest president of the longest president of Indian National Congress. So you have to remember. First was Individual Telegram. The name was Acharya Binoba. Second was Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. Third, Ramatu. And fourth is Abdul Kalam. Okay. This is the format name. You have to remember. Which day was launched? 17th of November 1940. So one more thing. Again, Mahatma Gandhi suspended the movement. Again, Mahatma Gandhi suspended the individual Telegram. Why? Because of the invasion of Japanese. We all know the end of Kohima, right? See, Mahatma Gandhi feels like he's scared to live under the British and under the Japanese. Because Japanese is invading India now. They have already captured Burma, Manipur, they are coming to Kohima. Yes, now they're, so he feels like he is scared to live under the British and under the Japanese. So he stopped the movement, doing more. Why did Mahatma Gandhi stop the individual Telegram in a way? Because he feels like he is scared to live under the British and under the Japanese. For that reason, he stopped the movement. For that reason, he stopped the movement. The last civil disobedience or the political movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi before independence is the Quit India movement. Last movement before India got independent. Okay, this is the last movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi. Quit India movement. Quit means you live India. QUID, that means you live India. Okay. Do or die. Mahatma Gandhi just gave the famous slogan, do or die. Either you liberate India in this war or either you die in this war. Last movement. Okay, so this was the last movement. Do or die. He gave the slogan, do or die. You either do in this, that means you either fight in this war or you either die in this war. Do or die. And 4 phases. Quit India movement is divided into 4 phases. First, it will launch on 9 August. 9 to 11 August 1942. The first phase is known as 9 August to 11 August. Second phase, 12 August to 22 September 1942. Third phase, 23 September to 5th 1943. The fourth phase, 5th 1943 to 9 September 1944. So after this we go. Alright, 5th 1944. There will be a question. Mahatma Gandhi launched or Mahatma Gandhi did the Quit India movement? No, he was arrested before he could launch. Even though it was a movement which was named after Mahatma Gandhi, he never did the movement because he was arrested. Before he could launch, he was arrested. So Mahatma Gandhi never did the movement. He was led by supporters. Alright, so this is the topic you have to remember. See, first phase. from rural to urban areas. The movement spread from village to the cities. Third was the most important one. The bombs were drawn. Third phase is the worst phase. The bombs were drawn. Okay. Third phase, the bombs were drawn. In the last important national movers party was celebrated. Like just like the example, the Mahatma Gandhi party was celebrated, right? Take example, Mahatma Gandhi party was celebrated. The more freedom fighters who passed away before, just like Baba Singh and all, we celebrate those parties. That is the last phase. This is how the movement comes to an end. So this is the movement. 4 phases. First was just demonstration. First phase, demonstration. Second phase, it's straight from village to city. Third phase, the worst phase, bombs were drawn. In the fourth phase, national parties of important persons were celebrated. Just like Dada Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, all these people were this. So now here, what is more important is we should remember some of the most important person. Okay. In this movement, NBC will never ask what is true or lie, but they will ask the person who participated in this movement. So here, remember, Osha Mehta is going to be asked. Osha Mehta, who is the lady who started a Congress radio. Radio, right? Underground radio. It will spread information. Osha Mehta is the lady who operated a radio during the Quit India movement. A very important radio, known as the Congress radio. She organized a radio station called the Congress Radio that can spread information, right? So this is one more important. Mahatma Gandhi Hasra. 29 September 1942. 29 September 1942. She was shot dead while hosting a national flag. Gandhi Puri, often asked in NBC, who is known as the Gandhi Puri? The greatest lady who hosted the national flag of India. Because of that reason, she was shot dead by the Britishers. On 29 September 1942, she was shot dead. For that reason, for her bravery, her name was known as given Gandhi Puri by the freedom fighters. Too important. What has happened? What is Mahatma Gandhi Hasra? Who is this? She's a lady who hosted the national flag during the Quit India movement. For that reason, she was killed. And for that reason, she was given the name Gandhi Puri. Gandhi Puri. So, I hope every person of you have materials of this history, right? So remember all these things. These are too important. One more thing. Provisional government. Provisional government means federal government. Take the example, NSCN in Nagaland, there is a government known as NSCN, the undergrounds, right? It is also a government, but which is not recognized by the government of Nagaland or government of India. They are fighting for freedom. So during the freedom movement, so many provisional government is going to be formed. Okay, this is too important. Provisional government means a government which is against the current government. They are fighting for independence. During the Quit India movement, what was the most important feature? Formations of provisional government. Every Indians, they will form a provisional government. They will never recognize the British government. So like this. Okay, so this is going to be asked. Who has formed a provisional government in which place? I'm never going to give this answer, okay? See, I have given you in the notes. See? Nana Patil, Satish Chandra, Samanda, Chitu Pandey, set up a provisional government in Bali and Uttar Pradesh. These are all some of the persons who have established a provisional government during the Quit India movement. We will stop. We will take a short break, okay? So this is how Mahatma Gandhi started all this movement. Starting from Chambara Satyagraha, Kitya Satyagraha, yes, Ahmedabad Congress strike, Lula Act, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement. individual center graha and the quiet India movement. So today you have to study at home. Right. This is the best way you can remember from the ABC point of view. So we will start at 11:30. Okay, we'll take a short break. We'll take a short break.